Hello and welcome to the second quarterfinal of the fourth grand tournament of General Quizzing with the Comedians. We had an exciting first quarterfinal where Azim Manatwala and Smritika Panigrahi qualified. Let's begin. Let's start calling all the contestants. First contestant is someone who's been here before. He was an ex-semi-finalist, ex-finalist as well. Give it up for Nihal Parashar.
क्या हाल चाल है भाई?
बहुत बढ़िया. कैसे हो निहाल भाई?
मैं बहुत ही बढ़िया.
Chaliye. On that note, again someone who's been a semi-finalist earlier, was a semi-finalist in the cricket and football edition as well. Give it up for Rahul Dua.
हेलो भाई क्या हाल है?
राहुल भाई को प्रणाम.
स्माइल आ जाता है लाइफ में.
क्या हाल है निहाल भाई?
बहुत ही बढ़िया भाई, बहुत ही बढ़िया.
चलो नहीं सही है, भगवान सुख रखे है ना, सब ऐसा घर के अंदर बैठे सेफ बैठे मास्क वास्क पहन के ना.
Yes.
बिल्कुल.
Yes.
चलो भाई अगला बुलाया जाए.
Next. It's again someone who was a semi-finalist, just like Dua in cricket and football edition, is back here for general quiz edition. Give it up for Rueben Kaduskar.
Hello, hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Ruben. On that note, our last contestant, again an ex-semi-finalist, and her sister qualified from the first quarter-final, so some pressure in the household there. Give it up for Sulagna Panigrahi.
Too much pressure.
Wow. Okay, this is the third time the same frame is coming in the.
Yes.
All three people.
Husband is winner of India quiz, and now that is double pressure, sir.
Yes.
Oh, this is after marriage first quiz.
बताओ अगर सभी लोग इनके घर से फाइनल में पहुंच गए तो बताओ, अगर एक आप जीत गए बाकी लोग खाना ना खा रहे ना बना रहे, बताओ.
Order हो रहा है dinner.
Okay. Let's begin quarterfinals 2. All the best to Nihal, Rahul, Ruben, and Sulagna. Question number 1 is to Nihal. A lyre is a small stringed instrument which you can see on the screen, traditionally used in ancient Greece and typically played while singing or reciting poetry. This is similar in appearance to a small harp, but with distinct differences. Which commonly used word, so I'm looking at a word as an answer, a common word that all of us have heard of. Which commonly used word originated from the fact that the ancient Greek poems were usually recited with music of this instrument? So in ancient Greece, poems were usually recited using this instrument as the instrument while reciting poems. And this instrument was also, like I said, used while singing or reciting poetry. There's a common word in today's English, in our parlance, which is derived from this instrument. What common word are we looking?
आजकल तो वो अनरेज पोएट्री वाले वो पीछे गिटार लेके बैठ जाते हैं, ये तो मैंने देखा नहीं कभी.
एंशिएंट ग्रीस में जो स्लैम पोएट्री या ओपन माइक में ये यूज करते होंगे साइड. हैबिटेट जो होगा एसेंस में वहां पे ये
ट्यूनिंग फॉर
in reciting poetry, similar in a small harp or difference. Liar.
झूठा मक्कार फरेबी.
नहीं आगे राहुल भाई बताएंगे. पास है.
ओके, पासिंग टू दुआ.
निहाल भाई आपने कभी मेरे साथ क्विज खेला नहीं ना?
नहीं खेला.
आपको नहीं पता ना, मैं बताता नहीं हूँ. मैं नहीं बताता.
मुझे कॉलेज का वाइवा याद आ गया कि जब हम आते थे बाहर और कहते थे अंग्रेजों ने बहुत लाठियां मारी, तेरे भाई ने कुछ भी आंसर नहीं किया. बर्फ पे लिटा के कोड़े मार रहे थे लेकिन भाई कुछ नहीं बोला.
अच्छा जी, तो भाई लायर है और पोएम है और कुछ एक वर्ड है इस सबके मिश्रण के साथ, कि जब वहां पे कविता सुना रहे हैं, गा रहे हैं, पढ़ रहे हैं, तो उसके साथ ये बज रहा है लायर.
करेक्ट.
अपने कोई आइडिया नहीं, पर हम जस्ट बिकॉज वो लायर से हम कुछ निकालने की कोशिश अगर मैं करूं तो लिरिक्स मैं बोलना चाहूंगा. लिरिक्स.
Beautiful answer. This is the kind of answer that I'm proud of as a quiz master, where you have no idea but you can derive from the hints. And liar gives words.
Nice.
Wow.
Lyrics.
Lovely.
राहुल भाई राहुल
Lyric.
भाई बताते हैं बिल्कुल, अरे बहुत ही अच्छा आंसर।
Lyrics.
मैं कहूँ, मम्मी सुनो, मम्मी 10 नंबर आ गए।
ये वो वाले
These
स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो
guys
बोलते हैं हमने पढ़ाई कुछ नहीं की है और फिर टॉप कर लेते हैं।
हाँ,
देखो
Yeah,
मैं,
yes.
अरे देखो आप
हम किताब और पेपर लेके बैठे रहे।
आप सब लोग, आप केवी भाई ने तो सारे क्विज कराए हैं, तुमको पता है कि हम तुक्के मारते हैं, हमारे तुक्के लग जाते हैं।
Yes. नहीं, बहुत अच्छा डिडक्शन था।
बहुत ही अच्छा, बहुत ही अच्छा।
Poetry,
Beautiful.
commonly used word, all of us have heard of. Lyrics. Beautiful. 10 points to the word. Okay.
इतना बेहतरीन स्टार्ट मेरा आज तक कभी किसी क्विज का नहीं हुआ, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ आज।
बहुत खुश, बहुत चेहरे
मैं
पे।
इधर बैकग्राउंड स्कोर बोलने वाला था।
अब background.
Thank you for saving. Thank you for saving me from the humiliation.
Okay, next direct is to Ruben. Ruben, this is a top 10 list of something, okay? What I want from you guys is just tell me what is the funda. What is this a top 10 list of? Let's go through the list. Number 1, there's Michael Jackson. Number 2, Dr. Seuss. 3, Charles Schulz. 4, Arnold Palmer. 5th, Elvis Presley. 6th, Kobe Bryant. 7th, Juice WRLD. 8th, Bob Marley. 9th, John Lennon. 10th, Prince.
What? Oh, wait.
कोई बात।
These are all dead.
Okay.
Dead people list. Is that it?
डेड पोएट सोसाइटी।
Yeah. But what? Okay. So death is one a common factor between them, right?
Okay.
I'm not aware of Charles Schulz and Arnold Palmer.
चलो 2 ही नाम है which you are not aware of.
That's my. हाँ बाकी सब तो मालूम है.
प्रिंस कौन?
Juice
प्रिंस
WRLD
ऑफ पर्शिया,
recently
प्रिंस
died.
ऑफ सऊदी
अरे
अरेबिया, कहाँ का
Prince the singer. Prince the singer.
अच्छा, ओ
नाम ही रखा है भाई,
Prince.
जैसे यहाँ पे राजकुमार बोलते हैं ना, वहाँ पे प्रिंस नाम रख दिया।
राजकुमार।
भाई।
अरे भाई ये क्या
अपने है ना राजकुमार राव ने, ऐसे लोग, वहाँ पे प्रिंस है।
Well, that's my guess that they're dead. Apart from that.
Yeah, they're all dead. That is there. But what is this a top 10 list of? Like,
टॉप 10 लिस्ट।
is this the hierarchy of their the rich people dead? Like I mean the amount of money they had before they died.
okay, so you're saying this is their richness when they died. So this is the top 10 list. Michael Jackson was the richest when he died, and then Elvis Presley was.
Yeah, it's a far shot, but I don't know.
Okay, I'll get back to you. Sulagna?
भाई ये जो कंगना वाले डॉक्टर जूस हैं, ये डॉक्टर सूस से इंस्पायर्ड है?
हो सकता
है ना?
हो सकता है,
क्योंकि जब से मैं डॉक्टर एक सवाल देखा मेरे दिमाग में कंगना गाना बज रहा है तब से।
They all had some unfinished like album or something.
हाँ, no. Nihal bhai?
No.
So this is a Forbes list of richest people who died from the entertainment and sports industry.
Richest people who died.
मतलब कि in this most, मतलब फोर्ब्स ने एक लिस्ट निकाला होगा ऑफ मेनी पीपल, जिसका कि ये टॉप 10 है, जिसमें कि माइकल जैक्सन वाज द मोस्ट लव्ड और समथिंग मोस्ट रिच, समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट. रिचनेस आई थिंक इज द नंबर. मतलब मैं उसको कहूंगा कि रिच लोगों, रिच एंटरटेनर्स, रिच एंटरटेनमेंट पर्सनालिटीज, लिस्ट बाय फोर्ब्स, समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट. अगर फोर्ब्स ने ऐसा
मतलब जब वो पलायन कर गए तो उनके बैंक में कितना पैसा था उस हिसाब से लिस्ट बनाई.
हाँ, मतलब बैंक में कितना पैसा था, उनका नेटवर्थ क्या था जब मरे, तो मरने वक्त नेटवर्थ.
हाँ, but that's exactly what Ruben said. Like Ruben said, ये लिस्ट है about the how rich they were when they died.
हाँ, मैंने फोर्ब्स ऐड किया उसमें बस.
आपने बस फोर्ब्स ऐड किया ना? ठीक.
देखो लिस्ट निकालने का
completely changed the answer.
Okay, going to Dua.
भाई चलो अब अपने पास तो कोई ऐसा है नहीं गेस्ट, मैं ऐसा कहना चाहूंगा कि दीज आर द नेम्स ऑफ पीपल जिनके नाम पे मोस्ट पॉपुलर बेवरेज ब्रांड्स लॉन्च हुए हैं।
हाँ, नो नो, ओके, ठीक है, विल टेक
पहले
वन
हाँ
मोर।
कहे बोले आप?
हाँ।
तो पहले हाँ क्या क्यों बोला आप?
हाँ,
नहीं नहीं नहीं, हाँ
इनका अंडर मतलब कि मैं समझ रहा हूँ वैसा वाला हाँ था। अच्छा
अच्छा
अच्छा, हाँ
हाँ, वो वाला था, करेक्ट किया, हाँ।
ओ अच्छा अच्छा।
Okay, I'll take one more round, and because I'm looking for a specific answer. ठीक है, so death is good track. Of course, all of them are death. Money is also good track. Okay, money and richness is good track, but I'm looking for something very specific. Okay, the hint here is that don't think of how rich they were when they died. Okay, that's a hint. Don't think of how rich they were when they died, but still think of money and death, and try and see what this can be a top 10 of. And Nihal is right. This is a Forbes list of something. That's also right. Okay. All this is good track, but this is a very specific top 10 from the year 2020. Okay. Let me add another clue. This is last year's list of something, some top 10 of something from 2020.
Is it the top 10 list of the amount of property they had? Like real estate. For example, Michael Jackson had Yagna Neverland.
No, no, not to do with real estate. Sulagna?
I was thinking the same.
रूबन तुम्हारा बाकी कंटेस्टेंट के साथ वाइबिंग बहुत हो रहा है आज।
Is it how much money they owed people? Maybe like
No, not no. Nihal?
So this is a list of people, of entertainers और जो भी, and who had मतलब कि अपने लाइफ में सबसे मतलब कि वो जब जिंदा थे तो सबसे ज्यादा मतलब प्रॉपर्टी कितनी थी उनके पास। मैं समझा नहीं पा रहा, मेरे दिमाग में कुछ चल रहा है, एक कंसेप्ट है जिसको मैं कन्वे नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ।
सरकार एक सोच है।
हाँ
नहीं नहीं, nothing to do with the property when they were alive. दुआ?
चलो बताओ
भाई मतलब
मैं
ऐसा
कहता
है
हूँ
कि
दुआ साहब को पता है।
भाई अगर आपने बोला कि डेथ और मनी का कुछ लेन देन चलना है 2020 में का हिसाब किताब रखना है, तो मेरे हिसाब से इसे टॉप 10 लिस्ट ऑफ पीपल जिनकी जिनके नाम पे पॉस्थुमसली सबसे ज्यादा चैरिटी या डोनेशन वगैरह कुछ हुआ है, मतलब ऐसा इन्होंने इनके नाम पे इकट्ठा हुआ है पैसा इतना।
नहीं, ठीक है, so I'll give some points to Dua, sorry, Ruben, and maybe a little bit of point to Nihal, but I'll first reveal the answer. The answer is they are the highest paid dead celebrities in 2020. So despite death, they're still earning the most. So this is the so Michael Jackson is still Charles Schulz is the guy who created Peanuts. So Peanuts की royalty अभी भी आ रही है, although he's dead. So all of them have merchandise, etc., etc. So they are basically dead celebrities, but they're still the richest dead celebrities. Okay.
भाई तो सॉरी विद ऑल ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट, इनके नाम पे जीएसटी कौन भर रहा है? आइडेंटिटी टैक्स कौन?
वहाँ जीएसटी नहीं लगती ना यार, जीएसटी
यार ये बिजनेस मॉडल सही है, पेंशन की भी जरूरत नहीं।
They are highest paid celebrities. But I'm going to give thoda point to Ruben because rich and death both he brought into the picture. So three to Ruben there. I should. That's it. I'll not give anything to Nihal for adding folks. 3 to Ruben. Okay. The next direct will be to to Sulagna. Will be the X is one of the oldest known chess opening. It was mentioned in the Göttingen's manuscript of 1490. In the 18th century, it was recommended by Philip Stammer and is sometimes known as the Aleppo Dash in his honor. During the early period of modern chess, dash pawn openings were not in fashion, and the X, which is the opening, did not become commonplace until the 1873 tournament in Vienna. It is traditionally described as such. The reason why it's called as such, this name, is because white appears to sacrifice a pawn, c pawn. However, this could be considered a misnomer, as black cannot retain the pawn without incurring a disadvantage. So it seems like white is sacrificing c-pawn, but it's a good thing in long run. Which opening move that has come into light because of a pop culture connection recently?
Uh, Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit is correct.
Yeah.
Oh God, मैं chess का गलत आंसर दे रही हूँ।
ये बहुत सिंपल है
बहुत मार पड़ती
ये
घर
भी
पे।
यार।
हाँ,
Queen,
Only thanks to pop culture.
हाँ यार, वो pop culture was a giveaway यार एक तरीके से।
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Queen,
much.
Queen's
वरना
Gambit
सब
is correct. 10
मतलब
points.
इतना अच्छा लिखा था कि C is appearing to, मतलब वो white is appearing to lose the C, ऐसा sacrifice कर रहा है। ये तो
मेरे लिए वो सब blank गया, मैंने सिर्फ नीचे का पढ़ा।
Same.
बाकी सब white.
Everything was useless.
हाँ,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Queen's Gambit was Sulagna's answer. Next direct will be to Nihal, right? In
Yeah.
the mid 1990s, the wireless communication field needed some uniting. Jim Cardat was an Intel engineer working on wireless technology. At the time, Cardat had been reading a book about Vikings that featured the reign of Harald Dash, whom he viewed as an ideal symbol for bringing competitive parties together. He explains, Harald Dash was borrowed from the 10th century second king of Denmark, who was famous for uniting Scandinavia, just as we intended to unite the PC and cellular industries. In fact, the logo of technology consists of the king's initial. What logo or technology is being talked about? So एक बार देखते हैं क्या हम बात करें. In mid 1990s,
हाँ,
the entire field of wireless communication, people were finding ways to unite uh, some sort of a uniting. I don't know what's beyond that. Okay. So one of the engineers, Intel engineer, was reading about Vikings and he read about a certain king, जिसका नाम मैंने छुपा दिया. Okay. Now that king was also famous for uniting many countries together in Scandinavia. So वो इस engineer को बहुत inspiring लगा और बहुत contextual लगा. So he named a certain technology. Now the answer is a technology. He named a certain technology as an in the honor of the king. Okay, he took king's name and made it a technology. One of the other hint that there is that even the initials of the king is used in the logo of the technology. What technology are we talking about? Another hint I want to give all of you is the name was also some sort of a nickname.
अच्छा,
So don't think as a
Hint तो एक round के बाद मिलती है ना?
Yeah. नहीं मैं अभी.
This is a technology. It's
Yeah.
not like a brand.
No, it's a technology.
oh, it's a technology.
Yeah, it's a technology that we are talking about, which comes from a king's nickname from back in like Vikings time.
और वो 1990s की बात हो रही है.
Yeah.
Wireless communication, uniting. It was an Intel engineer working on wireless technology. At the time, Carter had been creating a book about Vikings that featured the reign of Harald. यार, Bluetooth है क्या? By any chance?
Yes, that is correct. 10 points to Nihal bhai.
Oh.
It is Bluetooth.
हाँ कर दिए.
Nice.
It's Harald Bluetooth.
Yeah.
That was his
Bluetooth.
name.
Edit.
And if you look at the logo, it's like Nordic H and B. Okay. So B.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just used
Uniting
it.
devices, mid 1990s, what technology can we use to unite different devices?
सुलग्ना
Really, like-
बाय चांस आप कहीं एचपी तो नहीं सोच रही थी?
नहीं मैंने लिखा हुआ है ब्लूटूथ यार.
मैं भी
मैं तो एचपी सोच रहा था.
मैं
भी
सिंबल
HP सोच रहा था.
बना के ट्राई कर रहा हूँ.
मैंने ब्लूटूथ लिखा फिर सोचा ब्लू किसी का नाम ब्लूटूथ कैसे हो सकता है.
मैं को पढ़ रहा था, मैं उसको नाम पढ़ के कर रहा था. Harald.
10 points to Nihal for Bluetooth.
Thank you.
So next direct will be Rahul Duas.
Wow.
The X temple served as the headquarters of the X order for thousands of years, housing important training facilities as well as the chamber of the X Council. It was located in the temple precinct on Khorasan, where it stood out among the low city blocks of its direct surroundings. The X temple was the home of the X up until the execution of Order 66, when its occupants were wiped out by Y and the troopers of the 501st Legion. Okay, so X is a group, like more than one, and Y is an individual. Okay. With the declaration of a new order, The X order was dissolved and all its assets were seized by the Galactic Empire. The temple was transformed into the imperial palace and saw heavy reconstruction as a result, basically only leaving its characteristic spires intact. What is X and what is Y? I'm talking about a certain temple which was headquarters of a certain order. Temple name, order name is the same. Okay. Now it's like it was huge and had training facilities also. That's also a hint. What happened was an X used to live also in X temple up until some order called Order 66 was executed, when Y came and wiped out all of them along with his own troopers of 501st Legion. Then, with the declaration of a new order, that's another hint, this order was dissolved and all its assets were seized by Galactic Empire. That's also a hint. And then this temple just became an imperial palace. X is a group, Y is an individual. Y is the guy who basically wiped out X after this order was executed. I want to know two things from you, X and Y.
ये लीजन वीजन गैलेक्टिक कंपायर ये सब मुझे भाई कोई आइडिया नहीं, तो मैं तुक्का अगर मैं मारूं, बिल्कुल ही वाई मैं बोलना चाहूंगा नेपोलियन बोनापार्टे, और एक्स में बोलना चाहूंगा सीक्रेट टेंपल. एक्स इज सीक्रेट.
No, going to Ruben.
X is Jedi and Y is Darth Vader.
Perfect answer. 10 points to Ruben. X is Jedi.
ये फिक्शन है.
Is
मैंने सिर्फ डार्थ वेडर लिख दिया था बिकॉज़ मुझे समझ आ गया था स्टार वॉर्स है, बाकी कुछ नहीं.
या न्यू ऑर्डर, गैलेक्टिक एम्पायर, वहां से स्टार वॉर्स.
अरे अच्छा, मतलब आप ये सिलेबस में फिक्शन भी है.
हाँ भाई.
मैं तो असली में हुआ होगा कुछ, रोमन एम्पायर, कोई फलाना एम्पायर, ये वो, और पिक्चर की बात हो गई.
No. Yes, X is the Jedi, like Jedi Order, and Y is Darth Vader. Good, great answer by Ruben. 10 points there. Next direct will come to Sulagna. Again, a visual question with text. Amanthi muscaria, commonly known as the fly agaric, is a native mushroom throughout the temperate and boreal regions of the northern hemisphere. The iconic toadstool, which you can see in the image, is a large, white-gilled, white-spotted, usually red mushroom, and is one of the most recognizable and widely encountered in popular culture. When this mushroom is eaten, it makes people feel they are growing. Where is this mushroom encountered with this specific effect? Essentially, I'm describing a type of mushroom which you can see on the screen. The question is, where have you seen this mushroom? Okay, in popular culture. And this, you can look at the mushroom and you can also see that it makes people feel like they are growing. And this specific effect also comes somewhere. I want to know, where have you seen it?
Alice in Wonderland?
Not Alice in Wonderland. Nihal bhai?
अरे यार मैं उसी में तो बड़े हुए थे. अगर उसमें नहीं, एक मिनट. Iconic toadstool is a large white-gilled, white-spotted, usually red mushroom, and it's one of the most recognizable and widely encountered in popular culture. When this mushroom is eaten, it makes people feel like they are growing. Where is this mushroom encountered with its specific effect? यार पॉपुलर कल्चर में लंबे होने वाली कहानी कहाँ है? एलिस इन वंडरलैंड में तो होता है. उसके अलावा इज इट ऑल्सो वो लॉर्ड ऑफ द रिंग्स में होता है क्या ऐसा कुछ?
No, not Elotian. Rahul?
भाई अच्छा अच्छा, तो आपको ये बताना है कि मतलब सॉरी, आपको नहीं बताना, पर मुझे ये बताना है कि ये कहाँ मिलता है मशरूम.
कहाँ देखा है ये मशरूम? लाइक अपार्ट फ्रॉम ये जो भी नेचुरल हैबिटेट में जहाँ पे भी है, ये हम लोगों ने मोस्ट प्रोबेबली कहाँ पे देखा होगा ये मशरूम विद दिस स्पेसिफिक इफेक्ट?
क्या इफेक्ट? Oh, makes people feel like they're growing. Okay, got it. Makes people feel like they're growing. 2 मिनट दो, मैं फटाफट सवाल दोबारा पढ़ लूं.
हाँ जी.
नेटिव मशरूम थ्रू टेम्परेट एंड बोरियल रीजन ऑफ नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर. ओह अच्छा, तो कोडाई कनाल नहीं बोल सकते. लार्ज वाइट रेड मशरूम. तुक्का मार भाई, उसमें होता है, मारियो वीडियो गेम में होता है।
Beautiful answer. Exact.
Oh.
10
This
points.
one is gonna hurt. Damn.
It is Mario.
अरे यार
It is Mario, where it is the famous
भाई,
Mario.
पर एक मिनट मैं कंफ्यूज इसलिए था क्योंकि ग्रो होता तो आदमी वो गोभी खा के नहीं होता है, अब मशरूम से तो वो नहीं, प्लांट से वो मिलता है गोली।
Yeah. 10 points to Rahul Duga. Superb answer. This is
ड्राइंग
for
रूम बैठे
Ruben.
ना, मम्मी सब बता रहे हैं।
A dash offer is an irrefutable takeover bid made to a target company by an acquirer. Typically, the offer is priced at an extremely generous premium compared with the company's prevailing share price, making it difficult for management to reject. If the bid is refused, shareholders may initiate lawsuits or other forms of revolt against the target company's board for not performing its fiduciary duty. Just tell me, just filling the blank, what is the name of such kind of offer? Let's look at the hint. We are talking about an offer that is irrefutable takeover bid, which is made to a company by an acquirer. Okay. Typically, the offer is very generously and very priced at a premium, which compared to the existing share price. Okay. So it's very difficult for management to reject such offer. If it is refused, also the shareholders may do a lot of things to ensure that the company is acquired or it is accepted. What I want from you is just tell me what is this type of offer called. Just filling the blank.
I'll pass.
Okay, passing to Sulagna.
I have a very weird guess. Is this the Godfather offer?
Beautiful answer. An offer you can't.
You cannot refuse.
I'll give you an offer you can't. Offer is so good that you can't refuse.
Wow,
It is the Godfather offer. Okay, it's priced
भाई कमाल कर दिया।
that you can't
कमाल
refuse.
कर।
If you refuse, we will revolt and we'll ensure that it is accepted. Okay. So I'll give you an offer you can't refuse. It is the
Wow. Lovely question.
Brilliant answer. Sulagna gets 10 points on Godfather offer. Next direct will be to Nihal bhai. The word comes from Greek word meaning goat song. The connection may be via satiric drama in which actors or singers were dressed in goat skins to represent satires. But many other theories have also been made, including singer who competes for a goat as a prize. What word, which basically means any unhappy event or disaster, are we talking about?
The word comes from a Greek word meaning goat song. The connection may be via satiric drama, in which actors or singers were dressed in goat skin to represent satires. But many other theories have been made, including singer who competes for a goat as a prize, which word meaning any unhappy event or disaster. Any disaster. ये इस वर्ड जो हमें गोट सॉन्ग का मतलब है, जो ग्रीक वर्ड से आता है, वो ग्रीक वर्ड बताना है।
नहीं, हमको नॉर्मल इंग्लिश वर्ड जो हम यूज करते हैं, जैसे लिरिक्स फॉर एग्जांपल था ना, लिरिक्स टाइप सिंपल ऐसा नॉर्मल इंग्लिश का यूज किया हुआ वर्ड व्हिच इज यूजिंग गोट सॉन्ग। वो ओरिजिन ये सब है, बट वो ओरिजिन मुझे नहीं चाहिए, मुझे कॉमन इंग्लिश वर्ड चाहिए।
Satiric drama, satire in which actors or singers were dressed in goat skins.
So we just have to give the word which means any unhappy event or disaster.
Yes.
Unhappy event, disaster, catastrophe.
Not catastrophe. Going to Dua.
Apocalypse.
Not apocalypse. Going to Rueben.
No, I'll pass.
Passing to Sulagna.
Tragedy.
Sorry.
Tragedy.
Yeah, 10 more points for Sulagna. It is tragedy. We were overthinking it.
I was really thinking.
Greek tragedy. Tragos is the word for goat in Greek. Tragos. Greek tragedy poems, etc. 10 more points.
Can't believe this.
Yeah, great crack. Tragedy. Okay, that brings us to the end of the first half. Nihal bhai is on 10. Dua is on 20. Rueben is on 13. Okay, and Sulagna is on 30. Okay, so right now Sulagna is leading with 30, followed by Dua on 20, Nihal on 10, and Rueben on 13. So it's just still a matter of one question here and there because one question 30, so one question is 20, one less question is 10. So anything can happen. And we saw in the first quarter final how Shashwat had amazing comeback in the second half. So yeah, let's see. The order now will be Sulagna, Ruben, Dua, and Nihal. Okay, Sulagna, Ruben, Dua, and Nihal. Let's begin.
हमें कोई आपत्ति नहीं इस चीज से, कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
Okay, this is Sulagna's direct. This food item is believed to have been invented in North America by Dutch settlers, and they were initially called oil cakes. One of the earliest mentions of this item was in Washington Irving's 1809 book called A History of New York from the beginning of the world to the end of the Dutch dynasty. The current shape, as in the current shape of the food item, was invented by a ship hand in 1847 when he punched it out using a pepper box, solving the problem of rawness of the item. Which food item are we talking about?
Donuts?
Yeah, perfect. It is donut. 10 points to Sulagna. It is
आज
donut.
order करूँ.
10 points to Sulagna. And I go to Ruben now. Ruben, he created the United Civil Front, a social movement to preserve electoral democracy in Russia, and was instrumental in setting up the Other Russia, a coalition to oppose Putin's government. He announced his nomination for the 2008 Russian presidential election, but later withdrew. He was also a key organizer of the online anti-Putin campaign that said Putin must go, which started sometime in 2010. In 2013, he announced that he had left Russia for the immediate future out of fear of persecution. Currently, he holds Croatian citizenship and owns a house in Makarska. He has also authored a book that says Winter is Coming, Why Vladimir Putin and the Enemies of the Free World Must Be Stopped. Who is he? Who are we talking about?
बहुत लंबा टाइटल लग दिया किताब का.
Is this Salman Rushdie?
Not Salman Rushdie. Going to Dua.
Oh, एक मिनट. Putin's son.
Not Putin's son. Nihal?
मैं ऐसे मतलब दिस ऑब्वियसली रॉन्ग, बट मैं बस बोलने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ कि मुझे कुछ नहीं याद आ रहा. एंड इज ऑब्वियसली इट्स रॉन्ग. नहीं बोलना चाहिए.
बोल ही दो.
मैं तो असांजे बोल रहा हूँ.
बोलने का
जुलियन असांज बोल रहा हूँ. क्या उसका वो दूसरे देश का?
No, not Julian Assange. Going to Sulagna.
Is it that chess player Gary? I don't know the full name. Gary's that very famous chess player.
फुल नेम तुमको आता है?
Gary Sparkonov. Is it? Gary.
I'll give you one last chance to give your final answer.
Gary Asparonov. I don't know. It's that chess player. I know it. It's a very famous chess player. Gary.
Okay, okay. I'll have to take another round. I'm giving part points to Sulagna. In fact, a lot of part points because she's almost there. If like just to clarify for anyone who's watching it, if she had given me the surname and not the first name at all, I would have given her 10 points. Okay, but because the surname is more unique and international laws of quizzing always say that surname, if you give me surname, first name is not important. But the other way around, I can't give. But she's almost there. She actually said what I was thinking to give as a hint, that he's a chess player who was the rank 1 chess player in the world from 1984 to 2005, like almost 20 years. So we'll start with Ruben, but I'll give a lot of points to Sulagna also.
Of course.
Yeah, actually, I'll give you the answer, but please give all the points to Sulagna. It's Gary Kasparov.
It is Gary Kasparov.
All points to Sulagna, please. I don't want these points.
भाई पर वो बहुत खुश होता अगर आज वो अपना एस्परॉव सुन लेता तो एस्परनॉव वो बढ़िया एकदम खुश हो जाता.
Gary Kasparov is correct. I'm giving 3 to Ruben anyway, because Ruben did give technically he gave the right answer, which is Gary Kasparov. I'm giving 7
Sulagna.
Okay,
No, if I'm getting 7, I'm very happy.
I'm giving 7 to Sulagna. Okay. So next direct will also be for Ruben. Okay, since he only got 3, but Sulagna did get 12 points. So next direct will be to Ruben. Ruben, again a visual question. there is something that I've shown you, which is a first in the world, first something in the world. Okay, this structure was built in 1967 in St. Paul, Alberta, Canada, to attract tourists. Some of the items on display at this center were purchased from J. Allen Hynek Center for Dash Study. Okay, remove dash for obvious reason. This organization was founded by one of the scientists who famously worked on the United States Air Force Dash Study, again something that I've removed, called Project Blue Book. What is being talked about? Or just tell me, what is this structure the first in the world? First dash in the world.
Does it have something to do with ocean or sea creature study, like
study of sea or no? Passing to Dua.
ओ अरे भाई एम्फी थिएटर लग रहा है मुझे, तो एम्फी थिएटर बोलता हूँ.
First amphitheater in the world? No. Going to Nihal.
Environment. Hynek Center for Environmental Studies.
No. Passing to Sulagna.
The first planetarium?
Not the first planetarium. Okay. We'll start again with Ruben. Okay. The hint that I want to give all of you is okay, let's just do it. अब दिमाग में आ गया तो रुकते नहीं है. Hint is Rakesh Roshan. Starting with Ruben.
Extraterrestrial studies.
Yeah. So what do you think this is? The first.
This is a observatory. The telescope thingy. Observatory बोलते हैं ना? क्या बोलते हैं उसको? नहीं. Planetarium. No.
This is an. You're saying this is an observatory to study extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
No. Passing to Dua.
Extra Rakesh Roshan. J.Allen Hynek Center for Alien Studies. Alien.
Yeah, but so what is this? What you're seeing on the screen? What is the structure? What ये structure क्या है?
By this is a helipad for UFOs.
Yes, perfect answer. Is the answer.
Oh wow!
UFOs.
Hilarious.
मुझे लगा जादू धूप सेकेगा यहाँ पे, इसलिए बता. This is so funny. ऐसे UFO उड़ के आएगा, कहाँ लैंड करूँ?
Yeah, this is a UFO landing pad in Alberta. Okay, 5 points to Dua for that.
Wow.
Next will be Nihal. There was a Pokemon question in the first quiz, which a lot of people enjoyed. So one more interesting question. Okay, Mary, as you can see, is an electric type Pokemon that looks like a sheep. Okay, its electric type is a reference on how wool is able to build up static charges. It is inspired from the dystopian science fiction novel called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Question mark. Also, its name is an anagram, a direct hint at its type. Very simply, I want you to tell me what is its name an anagram of.
नहीं पता भाई.
Okay, passing to Sulagna.
मैंने तो लिखना शुरू ही किया था.
भाई एम की जगह अगर डी होता ना तो किसी ना किसी तरीके से प्रदीप बना देते. ये तो और बन नहीं रहा.
Pass. I don't know this.
Passing to Rueben.
Pass. मेरे को समझा ही नहीं कुछ.
आगे पास कर दे. पास.
Okay, ठीक है. So basically, Mareep, which is MAREEP, is an anagram. Anagram basically means when you jumble word to make another word. Okay.
अच्छा.
So what I'm asking you guys is that what word is jumbled to get Mareep, which has a direct. It's not a random word. It is something very related to the kind of Pokemon this is. Very related to electric type or charge or electric sheep, etc., etc. So that is why the funda comes from there. एक word को mix करके आगे पीछे करके jumble करके MAREEP बनाया है, and that word is directly related to this world. Okay, in some way. I'm looking at that one word.
किसका है?
आपका.
मेरा. मरीप is it? मरीन शीप को मिला के बनाया गया है क्या?
No. Sulagna?
तो यही letters है ना उस word
Yes.
में भी.
हाँ.
Exactly यही है.
The types of Pokemon only.
Ampere.
Yes, that is correct. Ampere is the right answer. Ampere is Ampere
बहुत
is
बढ़िया, मेरे कुर्सी से उठने की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ी. बहुत बढ़िया.
yeah, ampere is the unit of electric. Ampere से Marie. Okay, 5 points. Sulagna. Ampere is correct. Marie ampere is the same, like the same word. Sulagna gets another 5 points, which means the next direct will be to Ruben. Ruben, again, we are talking about one word. Okay, this word comes from French for death pledge. Okay, so called because the deal dies either when the debt is paid or when payment fails. A certain Sir Edward Coke explains it, like he explains the word. It seemeth that the cause why it is called X is for that it is doubtful whether the Fiofor will pay at the day limited such sum or not. If he doth not pay, then the land which is put in pledge upon condition for the payment of the money is taken from him for your and so dead to him upon condition. And if he doth pay the money, then the pledge is dead as to the tenant. Essentially, it's written in very like obviously archaic English, but you get the hint what he's trying to say. I'm looking for one word which comes from French for death pledge because it's the deal dies either when the debt is paid or when payment fails. What one word do you think this can be?
ये ऐसे कैसे बात करते थे पुराने टाइम में? सीमित वीमित कर रहे हैं, बताइए. डॉथ नॉट क्या है? अपॉन होता है.
थोथले थे थोथले.
नहीं, ये कुछ और ही थे.
So again, is this no? You can't give hints. So.
Ask. You can check one. I can clarify.
Is it commonly used?
Yeah. It's just like lyrics and tragedy, like a word we know, like we use.
Insurance.
Good guess, but passes to Dua.
नहीं भाई, नो आइडिया. टेकिंग गेस, क्योंकि अभी पिक्चर देखी थी एक. लूपर.
No, not looper. Nihal.
एक सेकंड. Is it bounce?
Not bounce. Sulagna.
Mortgage.
Mortgage is perfect. Perfect answer. Mortgage is correct. 10 points to Sulagna. It is mortgage. Wow, great answer. Mortgage is correct. Mortgage is when the deal dies, either if you can't pay. 10 points to Sulagna. Next direct to Ruben. Ruben, we are looking at a 3-word term now. Okay. 3-word term used by US and Canadian law enforcement when identifying someone possibly involved in a criminal investigation who has not been arrested or formally accused of a crime. Okay. So this guy is not arrested or accused, but possibly involved in the crime investigation. Let's see how. It refers to someone in whom police are dash. Okay, a word I have removed. Either because the person is cooperating with the investigation, or may have information that would assist the investigation, or may possess certain characteristics that merit further attention. That's the definition or what the word is. Secondly, sometimes it is used as an euphemism for suspect. So sometimes when you can't use the word suspect, you use this 3-word term. Sometimes it's careless use may encourage trials by media. So media might start accusing this person because you referred to him as this 3-word term. Now the big hint, just like you guys say Queen's Gambit was a big hint. This is a term which is also an American science fiction crime drama television series that aired from 2011 to 2016. So an American show, which is a science fiction crime drama that aired for 5 years. That's also an extra hint. Otherwise, it's a 3-word term used for people who are not actually accused or arrested, but they are involved in the investigation in some way. They either have information, or maybe they are a suspect, or they are assisting. What do you think is the 3-word?
This exact 3 words are used as the title of the show, right?
Perfect. Yeah, exact 3-word term is also the title of the show.
And like really famous show.
like, matlab, depends. It's not that obscure also, and it's not like not a legendary show also, but somewhere there.
यार ये I've watched a lot of true crime. I should know this.
Yeah, but this is
मैं बहुत true crime देखता हूँ यार. How can I not know this?
but this is fiction, huh? Just to clarify, not true crime.
No, I'm saying I
but
should at least know the term. I should at least know the term.
Yeah, you must have heard of it.
I मेरे को आ नहीं रहा है पर when Sulagna gets the answer, I'm going to beat my head.
No, I'm not that person.
I pass.
Passing to Dua.
No clue. No clue. Pass. Please.
Passing to Nihal bhai.
नहीं भाई, pass.
Okay, Sulagna.
Pass. I don't know.
Okay, we'll take one more round. Make it a 5-point question. So the second word is off. Okay, so it's dash of dash. That's the first clue, and the third word derives from the second blank that you see, where the police are dash. Okay, it has no legal meaning but refers to someone in whom the police are dash. So that's a verb. Verb ka past tense is in that dash, and that's a hint. And it's a 3-word term where second word is off. We'll start when Rueben is ready.
As a person of interest.
Yes, it is a person of interest.
Oh,
Very good.
I didn't know.
Very good, Ruben. Very good.
मुझे बिल्कुल नहीं पता था.
Okay, 5 points to Ruben. Person of
रूबन ये
interest.
शो देख रखा है तूने? क्या रूबन फ्रीज हो गया? आप पानी टाइम वेस्ट करते हैं, आगे चलते हैं भाई.
Okay.
मेरे दिमाग में कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी आ रहा था, पता नहीं क्यों.
Oh, nice. Next direct is to Dua. Neuschwanstein Castle. Okay, Neuschwanstein Castle is a 19th century Romanesque revival palace on a rugged hill in Bavaria, Germany. The palace was commissioned by Ludwig II of Bavaria as a retreat. The castle has been praised for its architectural beauty and has appeared in numerous movies over the years. It is also the inspiration for a particular castle located at Anaheim, California. This second castle is widely popular among children and appears on the logo of a company. Just identify the company. Okay.
ID the company. Bavarian Cream.
No. To Nihal bhai.
Disney.
Disney, yes, of course.
Disney.
The Disney.
Oh, क्या बात.
अब ये Hotstar ऑन करने से देखेगा.
Disneyland, widely popular among children and appears in the Disney.
Yeah.
10 points to Nihal bhai. Disney is correct. This is the extreme left is the castle we were talking about. The middle one is the Disneyland wala castle, and the one on the right is okay. 10 points to Nihal bhai.
Norwegian जो आप लिखे थे ऊपर, उसका क्या काम था? कोई काम नहीं था.
हाँ, वो ये वाला कैसल है लेफ्ट वाला, जिससे डिज्नी वाला कैसल इंस्पायर्ड है और जो उनके लोगों में भी.
चलो ठीक है, आपके लिए
10 points to Nihal bhai. Next question is to Sulagna. Okay, fairly smaller direct question. Again, a word. This word X comes from ancient Rome when soldiers were awarded slaves known as X, which is the Latin word for slave. It eventually, and now in today's English, it eventually came to refer to a person who was a slave to anyone or anything. What word?
Savvy.
Not savvy. Ruben?
Is it servant?
Not servant. Dua?
No idea. The unsullied. नहीं पता भाई.
Okay, going to Nihal bhai.
एक मिनट भाई. नहीं भाई.
Okay, we'll take one more round, starting with Sulagna. So this word is very often used when you use your phone or social media for a lot of very insanely high amount of time through the day. What word would you use to refer to that person who you think is dash to social media or dash to phone? Almost like you're a slave to social media. It's also a very, very commonly used area where this word is used, but I'm not giving it, otherwise like extremely awful. You are dashed to your phone, or you've become a dash of social media or your phone. It's that word. Apart from many other uses, this is just an
Yeah.
example.
I know. अभी जब आंसर आएगा तो लगेगा shit.
Or you're a social media dash, or like phone dash, something like
Yeah.
that.
Addict is, I know it's not, but addict.
Yes, addict is correct.
Addict is
Oh!
Addict is the right answer. 5 points. So Roman slaves were known as addictus, and from there, addict.
मैंने शुरू में भी एडिक्ट सोचा था, बट आई थॉट वो स्लेव के साथ मैं कुछ सोच रही थी, वैसा वर्ड कुछ होगा. शिट.
Time to look at the scores now. Nihal had 10 in the first half on the basis of Bluetooth, and he got 10 more in the second half, basis Disney. So Nihal by ends on 20 points. Rahul Dua had lyrics and Mario in the first half. So he had 20 from the first half, and he got 5 in the second half for UFO landing pad. So Rahul Dua ends on 25. Rueben had 13 in the first half. Rueben had gotten 3 for highest paid dead celebrities. He had 10 for Jedi and Darth Vader. In the second half, he got 3 for Gary Kasparov and 5 for person of interest. So Ruben ends on 13 plus 8, which is 21. Okay. Sulagna, of course, is the clear winner of the quiz. She had 30 in the first half on the back of Queen's Gambit, Godfather, and Tragedy. In the second half, she got 10 for Godfather Offer. She got 7 for Gary Kasparov. She got 5 for Ampere. She again got 10 for Mortgage. And she again got 5 for...
सब उनका है, सभी उनका है.
So she got 37 in the second half, which means she ends on 67 points. Okay. So,
और हम तीनों का मिला के कितना हुआ टोटल?
तीनों का मिला के 66 होता है भाई.
66.
वाओ. खुशी के आंसू. Yes.
So the winner of,
I knew you were helping her, no? You were helping her.
so the winner of the
पति के नजरों में मेरी इज्जत और बढ़ जाएगी.
winner of the second quarterfinal is Sulagna Panigrahi, and she joined Smritika Panigrahi for the third semi-final. Who would have thought? Logistic
You
issue is
won.
finding 2 frames for this. And
नहीं,
Rahul
ऐसा
Dua
नहीं.
qualifies for the first semi-final with Azim Banatwala. Semi-final 1.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what I would like to thank, of course, Nihal Bhai, as always, one of the most sincerest and participant that we have. And Ruben Kaduskar, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay.
Ciao, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.